Steelers fans, draft day is finally upon us, which means we are going to be having a special Steelers Talk breaking news edition when the Steelers make that first round selection. So if you want my analysis of the Steelers' first round pick later on this evening, make sure to click that subscribe button for me right now. If that's not enough motivation for you, we are currently in a sub battle with the rest of the teams here in the AFC North and the channels we have here at Chat Sports. Right now we're doing pretty darn good at 108, but we're just a couple behind the Bengals breakdown. By tomorrow's live show, I want to be ahead of Bengals breakdown. So if you want that analysis of the first round draft pick, go ahead, click that subscribe button for me right now. Welcome into Steelers Talk, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry. Happy draft day. It's the day that we've been waiting for months. We've been speculating for weeks at this point what the Steelers might do, and this evening we are finally going to figure out what the Steelers do in the first round of the 2023 NFL Draft. Today's show is going to be all about the latest rumors surrounding the Steelers and what the Steelers could do on night one of the draft. And speaking of night one of the draft, Chat Sports is going to be going live tonight on our main channel, youtube.com/chatsportstv. I'm going to put the link to our main channel in the description of this video as well as the comments. And then, guys, we're going live at 6 p.m. Eastern time here, and we're going to be covering every single pick in the first round, all 31 picks. Tom Downey, a bunch of different other hosts are going to be going on the show. It's going to be a great time breaking down every single pick in the first round, including the Steelers. So if you want to hang out with us tonight here, it's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern time. Again, I'm going to put the link to our main channel here at Chat Sports in the description and comments of today's video. So the big question coming into today is, what will the Pittsburgh Steelers do in round one? So I want to go over what all the different NFL draft analysts are saying about what the Steelers are going to do here and kind of do a mock draft roundup here of the top guys. Starting off here with the Godfather himself, Mel Kiper Jr. He has the Steelers taking cornerback out of Mississippi State, Emmanuel Forbes. This is what Mel Kiper Jr. had to say in his final mock draft. Forbes, one of my favorite prospects in this class, is a ball hawk. He had 14 picks over 3 college seasons, including 6 pick sixes. As I wrote before, Steelers fans might be hoping for Joey Porter Jr., whose dad is a Pittsburgh legend, but I have Forbes rated a little bit higher. Pittsburgh has 3 picks in the top 49, and it needs to come out of round 2 with starters at offensive tackle and cornerback. Now, Emmanuel Forbes is a fine player. I think I have him ranked number 5 overall on my big board in terms of cornerbacks. He's a fantastic prospect in terms of coverage. He plays with great instincts. Like Mel said, he is a ball hawk. Tons of interceptions and pick sixes. This guy is a playmaker, man. Really do like his skill set. And then he also tested very, very well at the combine this year. The weight is definitely in the poor category at this point. The size is not exactly what you look for, but he's got the coverage ability. He's got the speed. He's got the instincts that you look for. He's going to be a really, really good pro in the National Football League. But I just don't think that Forbes is a great fit for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anybody that knows Mike Tomlin and knows the kind of defense he likes to run, he likes guys that can play press man coverage and press bail coverage, guys that can really do a lot of stuff from press. The thing with Emmanuel Forbes is that he weighs 166 pounds, or at least that's what he came in at the combine. He was listed at 180 pounds at Mississippi State, weighed in at 166 at the combine, and plain simply, you're just not going to be able to survive in the NFL, in press coverage at that size. He's going to have to put on weight. Could he do it? Absolutely. He is a playmaker. Certainly with the Steelers having Akella Witherspoon, Patrick Peterson, Levi Wallace, Forbes would have some time to put some weight on his frame, but I think that there are much better options, and until Forbes puts on that weight, he's not going to be able to survive in press in the National Football League, and because of that, he needs to go to kind of a more quarters-heavy, off-zone type of team instead of a press-heavy team like the Steelers. So who should the Pittsburgh Steelers take in round 1 of the 2023 NFL Draft? Let me know who your guy is in the comment section. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's show. So whenever you get an ad break here on the show here, just go ahead, go into the comment section, find that pinned comment. I'll be right there at the top and answer today's question. All right, so now Todd McShay, the other ESPN NFL draft analyst, has the Steelers also going cornerback here. This time, Deonte Banks out of Maryland. And quite frankly, guys, if Deonte Banks is the pick tonight, I am going to be very, very happy. Deonte Banks is one of my favorite prospects in this year's NFL draft class. He's right up there, in my opinion, with Devin Witherspoon and Christian Gonzalez. Can play any coverage you want. He's got a great physical profile, had a 9.99 relative athletic score in his combine testing. He's an absolutely great prospect. If the Steelers end up with him, I will be absolutely happy with that. And then Ben Roethlisberger, he's not really an NFL draft analyst, but he wants the Steelers to take Joey Porter Jr. out of Penn State. He is a big advocate for Dan Moore Jr. to get the starting job at left tackle. So Ben doesn't really want to go get an offensive tackle tonight. He wants to go corner, and the guy that he would like to get is Joey Porter Jr. Here are the top 4 draft targets for the Steelers if they want to go cornerback tonight. If they go corner, I think it's got to be one of these 4 guys, or they need to trade down. Devin Witherspoon is a fantastic prospect, probably the best fit for the Steelers, in my opinion. Christian Gonzalez is right there with them. Deonte Banks, again, right there with those top 2 guys. And Joey Porter Jr. is a great, great fit with those long arms to play in Mike Tomlin's press system here in Pittsburgh. So here's a notice, guys. We got a brand new NFL draft channel here at Chat Sports. We're going to be putting up a bunch of awesome content during the NFL draft this year. So if you want pick analysis, prospect analysis, the fits with the teams, all this different stuff, we're going to be having some great content here on the NFL draft channel coming up here. So go to youtube.com/chatNFL or check out the link that's going to be in the description and the comments of today's video. All right, so now Bootleg Football Podcast is one of the podcasts that I really trust. They really do know their stuff on that podcast, and they've actually reported that the Steelers are probably going to be trading up for an offensive tackle. They've reported that a couple of different times. In their mock draft, they have the Steelers trading up to number 8 overall to take Paris Johnson Jr., offensive tackle out of Ohio State. Paris Johnson Jr. is the number 1 offensive tackle on my personal big board. I think he's going to be a fantastic left tackle in the National Football League. If the Steelers end up with him, it's going to be one hell of a pick. Then we get to some former NFL scouts here from NFL Network. We got Daniel Jeremiah here taking Broderick Jones at number 17 overall for the Steelers. I like that pick a lot. Broderick Jones is a good fit for the Steelers. And then Bucky Brooks as Darnell Wright going to the Steelers at number 17. And I think Darnell Wright is also a really, really good fit. And, you know, the rumblings coming out of Pittsburgh right now is that the Steelers absolutely love Darnell Wright. That's what Peter Schrager is saying here in his final mock draft. Schrager's been one of the more accurate mock drafters in recent years, and he is saying that the Steelers absolutely love Darnell Wright, and if he's available for them at number 17, he's likely going to be the pick. And then personally, I think Darnell Wright is going to be the pick as well. Everything that I'm hearing, guys, tells me that they're going to trade up and that they're targeting Darnell Wright because they see him as a truly special power run blocking left tackle of the future, and I think that's probably what the move is going to be. I think they're going to trade up for an offensive tackle. If it's not Darnell Wright, it'll probably be Paris Johnson Jr. or Broderick Jones. Plain and simply, guys, I think that the Steelers absolutely feel like they need to get an offensive tackle before the night is over, and here is the reasons why. I think the Steelers are likely going to take a trench player. Omar Khan and Andy Weidel are kind of molding this front office in the vision of Howie Roseman's Eagles front office, and if you know anything about the Eagles, they always take a trench player in round 1. The biggest trench need for the Steelers is offensive tackle. And then also, this is an incredibly shallow offensive tackle class. There's some good guys at the top, but there's a cutoff there. And once you hit that cutoff, there's not a whole lot left, man. If you are a team that needs an offensive tackle like the Pittsburgh Steelers, you're probably going to have to get them in round 1. Then there's a ton of teams picking before the Steelers here that really do have a shot at taking offensive tackle because, like I said, if you need a tackle, you're going to take one early. So, I mean, there's rumblings right now that the Cardinals could stay put at number 3 and take Paris Johnson Jr. Not sure how much I believe those, but Chicago is certainly a team that needs another tackle in there to protect Justin Fields. Philadelphia is another team that could look to add some tackle help. Tennessee is another team that really does need some offensive line help. Green Bay, New England, New York, and Washington are all teams as well that could add an an offensive tackle. And because of that, I think that the Steelers are going to have to move up because you got all these teams looking for offensive tackle help, but there's really only 4 consensus top offensive tackle prospects. I think by at least the top 20, all 4 of these men right here are going to be taken. The only question is, which guy do the Steelers like, and will they be willing to trade up for them here in the NFL draft? So predict for me in the comments section, will the Steelers trade up, stay put, or trade down tonight? Be the GM, look into those crystal balls of yours and let me know what's going to happen tonight. Type TU if you think they're going to trade up, type SP if you think they're going to stay put, or if you think they're going to trade down, type TD. So now, like I said, guys, here's the final mock draft roundup, and it's looking like the consensus right now is that it's going to be Darnell Wright, and if it's not Wright, it's going to be some other tackle. There's some other people that think it's going to be cornerback, but I really do think with Omar Khan, Andy Weidel, and kind of what they've been doing here in the front office, I really do think it's going to be an offensive tackle, and for me, I really do think it's going to be Darnell Wright. So why would he be the guy that the Steelers have fallen in love with? Here are some reasons. He's arguably the best power blocker in this year's draft class at 6'6", 333 pounds. This guy is a behemoth, man. This guy is absolutely fantastic. He's got great athleticism for that size as well. And then he was the best offensive tackle at this year's Senior Bowl by far, and he played both on the right and left sides in practice and in drills, and he absolutely dominated on both sides of the field. So for those people that think that he can't play left tackle, he did pretty darn good in mobile this year. And then he also allowed 0 sacks. He had a dominating season in 2022 last year. You look at what he did at the Combine. This guy is an athletic freak. Look at those speed numbers. At 333 pounds, he graded as an elite speed guy here at the offensive tackle position. Absolutely fantastic, man. And he's also a really great mover. He can play in any scheme that you want. And man, 6'6", and 333 pounds, man. This guy can really do some damage, both in pass protection and in run blocking. If you don't believe me, maybe you'll believe the top edge rusher in this year's NFL draft class, Will Anderson Jr., who had this to say about who was the best offensive tackle he faced in college. Darnell Wright from Tennessee. My sophomore year to my junior year, he had gotten way better. Very athletic, can bend, can retrace with his steps. If he gets off balance, can sit on powers. So it was really exciting going against him this year. He was really great. And man, like Darnell Wright absolutely shut down Will Anderson Jr. Will Anderson Jr. is probably going to be a top 5 pick tonight, and Darnell Wright absolutely shut him down when the Volunteers played the Crimson Tide this past year. I think Wright has that nastiness that Mike Tomlin and Andy Weidel and Omar Khan are looking for right now. Matt Canada is transitioning this offense to more of a power run game. They're trying to find some nasty, just absolutely cold-blooded run blockers to run this power run scheme. And if you're looking for a cold-blooded killer in the run game, Darnell Wright might just be their guy. Now, there's some teams that they have called that have been reported that Steelers have been looking to move up with. So Atlanta is probably the earliest that they'll move up there at number 8. Now, Atlanta's looking like they might want to trade back. The Steelers are looking like they might want to trade up. So I would absolutely look for the Steelers to trade up there at number 8 overall, but they could go a little bit later here. They've had conversations with Chicago, Philly, and Tennessee, and then there's probably some other teams as well that they've been on the phone with. I really think that Omar Khan, somebody that's been a really aggressive GM for the Steelers, is going to want to make a move for his guy at offensive tackle. But man, I just can't wait to see what happens. We've been talking about this day for literally months, and tonight we finally get our answer. Is it going to be an offensive tackle? Is it going to be a cornerback? Are they going to trade up? How much are they going to trade up? Which player are they going to draft? I don't know, but it's going to be a great night. I can't wait to share with y'all here on the channel. So let me know in the comments section what you guys think. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? Darnell Wright is worth trading up for in the first round. Type A if you agree with that statement, or type D if you disagree. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Don't forget, we're going to have breaking news coverage once the Steelers make that pick tonight. It's going to be a fun night, man. I can't wait to see what happens. I will see you guys later, man. Make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you know when that breaking news video comes out, man. Just happy draft day, guys. I can't wait to share with y'all. Peace.